Hey guys, welcome into Good Morning Lambeau. You got Tim live in Green Bay. We got Jacob the Beard in the building. Good morning, Jacob.
Good morning, Tim. How are you?
Doing great. Of course, guys, you can find us packernet.com. If you want to email the show, packerstotalaccess@gmail.com. Flying solo today, right? Just me and you, no Clay. And we're going to wing it, guys. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Got Emilio in the chat, Marjan Kron, Andreas, M. Smitty. Jacob, how you doing this morning, man? You feeling like this?
Good morning.
I'm more the second part, the meow, that part. Yeah, guys, as you can tell, there's no Clay, so be gentle with us today. We're going to lean heavy on the chat. We're going to try to do some mock drafts for you. We're going to talk a little Packers news. There's not a lot going on, but how are you feeling today, Tim? You're looking ready to go.
Yeah, man. I'm pumped up on that diesel. Got the caffeine flowing. Got to get fired up on a Tuesday.
Tell you what, the inmates are
in the chat.
Yeah, it's already happening. Is that Clay?
What the hell's going on out here? I love it.
Tell you what.
So, where's Emilio at? Is he in the chat too? This guy, unbelievable.
Emilio's pretending to be at work like always. Well, what do you think, Tim? Do you want to dive into the Rochell news?
I think so. Yeah, you found this. Let's put this up on the screen. Yeah, can you see that? All right.
Yep.
So what do we got here?
So basically, we've got Robert Rochell. I'm going to be honest, a guy that I didn't really know much about, even throughout the season when we had him. I never really saw him. I never thought to look for him on the field. But for whatever reason, the Packers, I think they must like him. It looks like they had an opportunity to tender the quarterback, Robert Rochell, with the first right of refusal tag that would have made him a restricted free agent worth $2.985 million and never let the defensive back hit unrestricted free agency. Instead, the Packers elected not to place that tender on Rochell per Robert Domofsky. And then it's talking about how they're basically going to bring him back, how they've got Nixon and Ballantyne. I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing this is kind of them building their floor. Is that kind of what you're thinking, Tim, or what?
I mean, it's got to be, right? Because like you said, I didn't see much of, Robert Rochell at all. And, we talk about playing the slot. I don't know. Is Rochell a slot corner?
I think he is. I mean, predominantly more. And then obviously he's going to be, I think, more of a special teams guy. It goes on to say that currently it appears that Stokes and Ballantyne will be battling for the starting outside cornerback role. So, I mean, yeah, I don't see him becoming an actual starter or anything like that. I still expect them to hopefully address it in the draft. How many cornerbacks would you want them to go in the draft at this point?
Yeah, that's a great question. We going into this offseason, we had said as many as 4 that we would like to do. And it's like, I think you're right. This might be setting the floor. We got Rochell, we've got Ballantyne, Nixon. Obviously you got Jair. I guess Carrington Valentine would be the other wild card there. I don't know. Do you think that changes us or our draft approach when it comes to corner, or do you think we still should snatch up, Max Melton and a bunch of other guys?
Definitely Max Melton for sure. Prince Capsaicin here says at least 2 cornerbacks. I would say, yeah, I'm still on at least 2 cornerbacks. I'd still like us to take 2 safeties, as a matter of fact, just because, Goody's talked about how he wants competition, and I think that hopefully he's just going to load every single position group with a ton of competition. And I mean, cornerback in this draft is, I think, deeper than a lot of other positions, so why not take a few stabs at him? But let's take a look here. M. Smitty says Rochell had a significant amount of special team snaps for us as well as the Rams the previous year.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, is that he's more of kind of building that floor of more of the special teams base. I don't think we've signed Wilson yet, if I'm not mistaken, but I'd like to get him back to kind of solidify that special teams role too. But I don't know, anything else you want to talk about there? Should we try to maybe get into jumping right into some mock drafts?
Oh, I'm sure we can do a mock draft. I guess
actually let's ask the chat. You guys want us to do a mock draft? And if so, we were thinking we would maybe lean pretty heavy on the chat and kind of have you guys, I did my own, Clayton did his own, Carly, Emilio, Tim, what if we had this today, you guys doing like a chat mock draft and we can save it kind of thing?
I think that's a good idea.
Want to try that?
Let's see what the chat has to say. Boys and girls in the chat, let us know your thoughts. I'm sure they would love to be involved in making some picks since we've pretty much made all the picks so far.
Yeah. Prince Capsaicin says, "What's up? Good morning." The kids will play while the parents are away. That's true. For you listening on the pod, guys, also, or obviously Clayton's not here, so and Emilio's not here, as always. And Smitty's letting him know. Let's see, Chad Inc. This is like walking into work and all of a sudden you've got a new boss. Just kidding. You guys are doing great.
I love it.
God says good morning, everyone. And then Paul obviously coming in. I can't believe you guys fired Clayton. Yeah, we did.
Who?
All right. Looks like we're getting some yes, we need some mock drafts. So all right. I say we do it.
Paul Robertson do a mock draft where Goody takes a quarterback in the top 100. Oh my goodness.
No.
Oh no. Should we do that? Should we just take a quarterback at 25?
No. Don't do that to him. You're gonna get canceled.
All right. I guess the chat has spoken. We can let's fire up a mock draft here. Let's see. You guys see that all right? I wonder if we can go full screen there. Oh, look at that. Figure it out. Love it. All right, let's we're gonna go with NFL mock draft database. So bear with us here. We got the Packers. Let's fire up this draft.
All right, Bears are on the clock, and we are away. So I don't like the trades in this one as well, just because they're a little bit unrealistic. So we'll probably aim to just keep it as is, unless we get some. See, like what is that? I don't like that.
I think the Cleveland offering a third, a fifth, and a second round 2025 for no.
Get out of here.
Yeah, these are not realistic. Look at this. Tennessee, 4 picks. Giants, a second and a fourth. Ooh, that's actually kind of for all the trade back fans. No, we'll reject that. Saints, goodbye. A lot of trade offers. Wow. Sorry, 49ers. Nope. Goodbye. All right, here we are. We're on the clock. Chat, let us know what you're thinking.
All right, for those on the pod, we got Jackson Powers Johnson is the best available at 24. Jazon Newton at 25. Tyler Guyton, the tackle out of Oklahoma at 27. Damian Robinson, also known as Chop Robinson, at edge out of Penn State at 28. And then after that, we've got Graham Barton at 30th. That's somebody that I kind of like right there. And
interior offensive line.
Yeah, definitely. And he's one of those guys that claims he can play at all 5 positions. We got Carly Ray in the chat now. She's saying all these trades are not realistic. She did her first mock on this platform, and that's why she ended up with 23 picks.
Yeah, I love it.
That doesn't work. Let's see. Chad Inc. is saying that Newton is interesting. The dude can move some furniture. I agree with that. Miss Smitty is saying Guyton or JPJ. So sticking with the offensive line there. In my opinion, I would have to try to go offensive line, but let's see. William Gold says JPJ. Carly says Graham. So it's definitely looking like offensive line. Some of y'all in the chat, get in there quick and let me know. Otherwise, we're going to probably go with JPJ.
Or Graham Barton, right? Is that the two that?
Yeah. I haven't heard
William Gould, no Levinson, says JPJ.
All right. Well, I say we pull the trigger on JPJ.
JPJ, unless we get any arguments, going once, going twice.
Do it.
Carly co-signs it. Drafted.
It seems to be kind of one of those that, like Clayton was talking about with Lucas Van Ness. It seems to be a very similar one that's getting mocked, and a lot of the ones simulated is that we're getting JPJ, which I'm okay with because I got a lot of flack for that. Ooh, this is a.
See, here's an interesting trade, right?
Right. See that, and that just seems like unrealistic the other way, like too good to be true.
Right. Yeah, second, third,
I say we just reject all of them.
Yeah.
Like, look at that. What What's going on?
Seattle. Oh, Minnesota, absolutely not. All right. So we are on the clock.
All right, so we're picking round 2, pick 41. Right now, best available is showing 32nd overall, Bo Nix. Nope, not happening. 34, Lad McConkey, the wide receiver out of Georgia, the very quick young guy. Tyler Nubin, fan favorite at
Oh,
safety.
Nubin.
Edgerrin Cooper is at 44, followed by Peyton Wilson at 45, and then Braden Fisk at 46. So that is a pretty good chunk of talent right there. Right away, Prince Capsaicin is saying Nubin. Hello, Nubin. And Emilio's giving Tim some smack here. So Tim saw purple and had to get that off the screen before he got sick.
You know it, man.
Go for free podcast, says Marjorie Crone.
Nubin.
Nubin. We got a few for Nubin. Sounds like that's probably most popular. Carly comes in saying Nubin or Cooper. What are your thoughts on Cooper, the Cooper Wilson debate? Do you have a strong position on that? Have you gotten to watch him much?
No, not much. Unless, wait, is she talking about Edgerrin Cooper?
Right.
Talking about the Texas
So
A&M
Cooper
linebacker?
or Peyton Wilson, yeah.
Yeah, Peyton Wilson, I'm a little bit familiar with. I wish we had, you know what we can do is, do we have where's Clayton's big board? Let me see if we
have that.
Let me take a look. Can you see that?
Yep.
All right, so we're looking at, who do we say, Edgerrin Cooper?
Yep. I want to say that he had him ranked somewhere down in the back half of that. Because Junior Colson was his highest ranked linebacker, and he's got him ranked at 50th. So I'm assuming that
So let's try
Cooper would be on the 50 through. Yeah, there you go.
50 through 100.
Let's see. There's Cedric Gray's at 66, which I believe he said was his second.
Yeah, Edgerrin Cooper is at 86 here. I see him.
Okay. Yep, there he is.
And then who was the other one we talked about? Peyton Wilson?
Peyton Wilson, yeah. I don't think that he even had him in his top 100, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm wrong. No, right there. He's got him at 63. So
63. So according to Clayton's board, it looks like he's got Peyton Wilson a little higher than Edgerrin Cooper. I don't have PFF numbers or anything to really get into.
I know that Peyton Wilson graded out better this last year, but I think Edgerrin Cooper's had a more consistent career. A lot of people in the chat are saying they like Cooper over Wilson. It's Emilio. Chad Hank says Cooper's a heat-seeking missile. And Smitty says Nubin. Marjorie Crown says Nubin's a small Kamal Martin. I don't know if that's good or bad. What are you thinking here, guys? I think
it looks like the chat is definitely, if we're talking linebacker, we're going Cooper over Wilson, but it looks like we want safety over linebacker here at this pick. It seems like.
I think so.
So we'll get Clayton's draft crush. Let's do it. Run the card in, right?
Lock it in.
Tyler Nubin.
All right. So that's not a bad start to the draft. I'd be pumped about that. The other thing, too, that I was worried about with Wilson is he did really great numbers at the combine, but he is coming off an injury. So, and he's just a little bit, oh, there he is. He's still there, though. Crap.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
We have to pick him, don't we?
I would think so, right?
Well, we're at it's the chats. It's up to the chat. So chat.
That's true. Check the chat, Jacob.
I forgot. All right, so we got Peyton Wilson, linebacker out of NC State, Jatavion Sanders, the tight end, which a lot of people have the first ranked tight end out of Texas. The D lineman, Rook Ororo. 61st overall is Marshawn Nealon, the edge out of Western Michigan. 62nd is Patrick Paul, the tackle out of Houston. And then 63rd is Jalen Polk out of Washington, the wide receiver. And then also Cam Kitchens is down there at 64th. Cam Kitchens also is interesting because he just ran his pro day yesterday, and he improved his 40 time from the 4.67 that he ran or something to like a 4.55. So he drastically improved his 40 time. Just a little fun fact there.
So maybe improving his draft stock a little bit in the process.
Yeah. Yep. This looks like people in the chat are definitely saying Wilson here. Let's see.
We do have linebacker as a listed need here.
Paddock is saying Wilson. Carly Ray is saying get him. William
Let's get him.
saying Gould. I say we grab Wilson quick then. Sounds like the chat has spoken.
Let's do it. Run the card in. We're taking Peyton Wilson.
Yep.
Onward we go.
Emilio's asking me, do you like Kitchens now with more speed, Jacobs? I'm assuming that means shut up, Emilio. I know what he's trying to do. Yeah, I do like him more with a little more speed. I mean, it's not the end of the world. But it does, give a little more confidence for taking a dude like that. All right. So that being said, here he is. Cam Kitchens is the best available safety out of Miami at 64th overall. Ooh, but look at that. Christian Haynes, the inside offensive lineman from Connecticut, is ranked 69th. So Mason Smith is ranked 70th, following him at D-line for LSU. Mr. Blake Corum, Tim's favorite pick at 91. At ranked 72nd, the running back out of Michigan. Guy's 5'8". And then Javon Bullard, my favorite safety, sitting there at 76, followed by Jeremiah Trotta Jr., Clemson linebacker at 77th. What do you guys think in the chat? What are we doing here? You need a safety still. We need linebackers still. Well, I shouldn't say we need linebackers still. We need safeties and cornerbacks.
Can never have enough defense. Let's take them all. We got a chance to double dip here again too. 88 and then
Haynes. We do need inside offensive linemen, so Haynes would be not a bad pick. And Smitty says Kitchens is interesting. He said Christian Watson's dad hyped him up pretty good watching the tape. I actually did see that on Twitter too. Carly Ray says Kitchens. Thanks a lot, Carly.
We did just take Newbin.
We did take Newbin.
And we had originally had as many as 4 safeties going into this draft. Obviously, that was before the Xavier McKinney signing.
Marjan Cron says Isaac Guerrero, running back, is the best Badgers prospect in the draft. A lot of people don't realize he did start his college career at Wisconsin and transferred over. I think Louisville now is where he's getting drafted out of. Let's see. Prince Capsaison is agreeing, saying Haynes. And Smitty says take Haynes and then Kitchens at 91.
Okay.
Emilio comes in here saying Smith just because he's an idiot. Let's see. Gould says we need a slot. I don't know. It looks like maybe we grab Haynes right here. That's what the chat is sounding like.
I think we can do it.
Hopefully get Kitchens by the next one. If not, we'll move on.
Either way, we're getting value. You want to take Haynes?
Let's do Haynes.
Christian Haynes drafted. Another trade offer. Get out of here. All right. At 91, and Cam Kitchens is there.
I mean, this feels like you have to grab him. Anybody in the chat disagree that we don't run Cam Kitchens into the podium? Otherwise, at 75, you got Adiza Isaac, the other edge out of Penn State. You got Jeremiah Trotta Jr. at 77 out of Clemson. Chris Abrams-Drain would be an interesting pick for cornerback out of Missouri. I like him a lot. And then also Kalen Bullock coming in at 79th from USC. The safety.
I think if we go safety here, we probably go Cam Kitchens, right?
Right.
Now, if we don't, there's still value here, though, like you said. I mean, Adiza Isaac at edge, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., linebacker.
Chad is saying Kitchens. Nick Knight's giving us a whole different.
Jonathan Brooks, the running back out of Texas.
William Gould is saying Brooks. What's going on here? Zane Strong says Isaac. Man, you guys are not making this easy. Right now, the only consensus we have is Brooks, pretty much.
A running back at 91? What do you think?
Another big running back, too. We'll have 3 massive backs in that backfield.
Got one for Adiza Isaac, an edge. Should we look at corner?
I mean, that's what I was thinking, is we really do need Chris Abrams-Drain might be if we need a corner, that'd be the way to do it. Well, I shouldn't say that because those are all 4. I'd be happy with all 4 of those cornerbacks.
Honestly.
All right,
Out of
guys.
these four, who's more likely to be a slot?
Probably. Boy, I don't know. I think DJ James, is he the one that played multiple? I think that was what it was.
I think it was, and I think I took him at 91 in my draft already. So let's try and be unique here. Let's go back to all. What do they got in the chat?
It looks like they're talking Brooks. I've gotten 3 people to say Brooks, so I think we might have to do that.
Jonathan Brooks out of Texas.
Yeah.
66 on the board. We're getting them at 91. I mean, there's value there.
Yeah. All right. I guess we probably won't have Dylan next year, you know.
It's true.
All right.
Jonathan Brooks.
Pull the trigger.
We're drafting Jonathan Brooks. Here we go. And the chat goes wild.
And the chat goes wild. Oh, there goes Braylon Allen. He's gone. Kyrie Jackson. He's gone. DJ James. Oh, look at that.
Look at that trade offer. Bye.
I don't like that.
Oh, Dallas? No, we're not doing business with Dallas. Goodbye.
Home wreckers.
The Texans, a 4th.
Yeah, no. Like, what is... There's no rhyme or reason to these, I feel like. Ooh, look at that. All right, chat. So right now we are in need. Do you want to show who we've drafted? Can you show us that quick?
Let me see.
I don't think they can. Some of these are really clunky. It doesn't show.
Hold on.
Player list.
Yeah, it's not letting me. Oh, wait, here we go. All right, so yeah, we took JPJ, Tyler Nubin, Peyton Wilson, Christian Haynes, Jonathan Brooks. Yeah, you're not going to get an argument out of me going cornerback right here.
Yeah, I think we need to go cornerback. Nick Knight says slot cornerback. Prince Capsaicin is what I'm thinking. DJ James is a good value here. See, Zan thinks we need to get more edge rushers. I think right now we have to focus on cornerback just because we need that a lot. I don't disagree that we should do edge at some point in this draft, but I think I agree. I think right now you got to grab that DJ James.
DJ James out of Auburn. What does the chat say?
That seems to be pretty much, yeah.
Should we run the card down? DJ James?
Yep, let's do it.
Let's get a cornerback out of Auburn.
Right. Honestly, this is looking not that bad. I agree with Doug here. He says this is the best draft come on I've seen so far this year. William says, I hope the draft really falls this way because we've seen some real stinkers. And somebody over here stirring the pot saying we need to do wide receiver. Come on, dude. Don't do this to me. We might take a vote. Who knows? All right. Ooh.
On the clock at 169.
See, that would have been my favorite pick for running back right there. But
Ray Davis.
Yeah, I love him. That dude's just a little bowling ball. And then this is also interesting here because we've got Javon Solomon, an edge out of Troy. I don't hate it, but he's not my favorite edge defender. But I really do like Elijah Jones, cornerback out of Boston College, who obviously played under Jeff Hafley. Jeff Hafley said that he was one of the smartest cornerbacks he's ever coached. Elijah Jones said that he was going into the NFL draft as the smartest cornerback because specifically Hafley made him so prepared for the game. And then you also have Josh Newton, cornerback out of TCU, who I think it was the 33rd team. If you remember looking at their chart that we looked at the other day, I'm pretty sure they have him up there ranked pretty high, definitely top 10 of cornerbacks. And then also down below, you got that Tyler Davis, the D-line Clemson interior guy. He graded out really well, and he showed some kind of freak athletic stuff too. So, and then you got Tanner Bortolini, who's kind of climbing up draft boards as that center. I don't know. There's a lot of good, got a lot of good draft capital here. What are your thoughts, Tim?
I'm thinking like positional need. You're right. There's a lot of good players. I don't think we could go wrong taking Elijah Jones. There's also an argument, for Solomon going edge here. Tyler Davis. I know Emilio is going to want Tyler Davis. Some D-line. What does the chat think? You want to go corner, double dip with corner?
Doug Pointer says Davis run the card.
Okay.
M. Smitty saying is Sammy Watkins still available? Jones would be a good pick. Let's make Halfley happy. That sounds like another one for Jones. I've got one here saying double up on cornerback. It's the strength here. I kind of like that.
If you like it, I love it. Let's draft a corner.
You want to get Elijah Jones and reunite the Halfley and Boston College connection?
I think we should do it. We've only taken one corner so far. We could use another one.
Let's do it.
Boston College, Elijah Jones, you are a Green Bay Packer.
Nice. So right now, I basically think we could we don't need, I think we're full up on the interior offensive lineman. I think we're good at possibly cornerback. I don't know. What do you think? Maybe right there. I was going to say linebacker seems like a pretty big need.
Let's just look at what we've got.
We do have Peyton Wilson, though. We did already get Peyton Wilson. I think, I don't know, man. We're hitting we're doing pretty good here.
This might be a spot to take an edge, or do you want to go later?
I mean, we could let's look at edges. Let's look at the edge room and see who's around. Because this is where we got to be smart with those last few picks, because you can really get some good value if you're smart.
All right, let's look at.
I really do like Edifon Olafosio. That guy's good. As far as Brennan Jackson, he actually is. Him and Murphy will probably be the best edges by far left in the draft at this point.
Okay,
Grayson Murphy. I do like Edifon. Like I said, Olafosio. That's a sneaky good late linebacker pick. So is Maris Lafau out of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And yeah, it kind of seems to fall off a little bit there. Eric All, that tight end, seems to be just hanging around. That Dwight McLaughlin was a decent pick. I really like Tip Ryman out of Illinois. That dude's a massive, big beast of a tight end. But it seems like now that the Packers don't really seem like they're focused on tight end after re-signing Tyler Davis. We still have DeGuara, obviously the two new guys. And then we have
I would think if they take a tight end, it'd be late, really late in the draft.
Yeah. All right, well, let's look at the chat. We forgot that we're supposed to let the chat do this.
Yeah, the chat. We've taken over.
I keep forgetting.
Click on the comments, Jacob. There we go.
All right, great draft. Don't agree with the James pick. Okay, Carly's asking for center. Marjon Cron wants the Notre Dame man. I'm assuming they're talking about Marist there. McKnight's saying get another linebacker. Well, it's up to you, chat. Let's go. Give us some options here. Otherwise, me and Tim are going to take over. Linebacker strength. We need another. I think it might be smart to get Olafosio.
Another linebacker?
I mean, I think it'd be smart.
I agree. You're not going to get an argument out of me with defense.
Yeah, I know that. I know Tim will be okay with that. Emilio's saying linebacker. Doug's saying linebacker. I think we go to Edifon Olafosio.
Man, that's so awesome that you can say that name.
I don't know.
We are running that draft card. Boom. Another linebacker.
Boom. Roast.
Here we go.
Boom goes the dynamite. Have you ever watched that?
No.
You've never seen that? Oh, dude, we'll have to pull that up sometime. It's a intern who gets thrown into having to do the sports report live on air. And he just freezes, and it's like all he can remember to do is go, boom goes the dynamite. His catchphrase. It's so good. Oh, all right, so what pick are we at here?
We are at
219.
219.
Dope. Dwight McLaughlin. Oh, if you did want to go edge right now, Brennan Jackson, I think, is by far best available. He graded out really well this last year, and he's got some good size to him.
I like it. Yeah. Got that Sam Hartman out of Notre Dame.
That's the best hair in the draft, as Clayton says. As a matter of fact, here, look at Zane Strong says, no Clayton this morning. Didn't hear him all this time. Jacob and Tim holding it down. He's confused his fart in a fan factory and happy as a possum in a dumpster. It's pretty good, right?
That's pretty good, Jacob. Oh, yeah.
Nice. Carly's asking me to read her. All right, what does Carly want? like Jacob trying to pick between ice cream flavors. But this one has chocolate chips, and I really like this Oreos. I do like Oreos in my ice cream. All right, get off me. Let's see here. Go for it, Emilio Sandion.
I mean, I knew Emilio was going to say D-line.
Doug saying D-line. Prince Capsaicin also saying edge or D-line. In my opinion, the best pick, best bang for our buck would be Brennan Jackson for sure. Other than that, I'd jump down to Grayson Murphy. Otherwise,
Keith Randolph Jr. if we go D-line.
See, Chad Inc. like my impressions. This is Jacob doing Clayton impressions is prime podcasting.
Well, that's all we got to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, what's it going to be? I think we should go, if we're going to go edge, I'm with you. I think we should go with
we go Brennan Jackson.
Brennan Jackson?
Yeah. Otherwise, I tell you what, that would be like Mandy tell me to take the garbage out. You know what I mean?
Here we go. We're drafting them. Another edge.
All right. Let's look at our selections. Can you pull up who we've
Yeah.
Look at what Emilio said. Identity theft is not a joke, Jacob. Millions of podcast hosts are affected every year. Look, he said that.
Why is this
just go to my selections.
Here we go. All right. So we've got
pretty good.
Interior O-line, safety, linebacker, interior O-line, running back, corner, linebacker, edge. Yes, looks pretty good so far. We got 2 picks left, ladies and gentlemen.
So let's do this. Look at what we have there, and then let the chat figure out what's the next 2 positional groups that we're going to end the draft with. Does that make sense?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's go by position. So we're picking 245, 255.
Yeah.
So far, we've pretty much spread it out here. You know, a couple interior offensive line. We've got some safeties or a safety, 2 corners, 2 linebackers, an edge. What are we thinking, chat?
I think it
and
might
don't you dare say kicker.
I was gonna say tackle, and Emilio seems to agree here. M. Smitty's asking any gems for late round interior offensive line. I mean, we do have 2 decent picks already at interior offensive line.
Tackle though, we should take a look at tackles here.
Take a look at tackle. We are down to the nitty gritty. I know that
Ethan Grable.
Oh, you know who we got to do right here? Scroll down. Travis Glover. Remember, that's the guy we did a little deep dive on. He's from a small school, Georgia State, but he is very, very talented. Really big dude. I'd say either him or Ethan Driscoll. Driscoll's out of Marshall. Again, a smaller school, but he graded out really, really well. So I don't know much about Jeremy Flax, but Peter Stone seems to like Crum. Yeah.
Frank Crum out of Wyoming.
Yeah. Prince is saying grab a safety or a wide receiver if there's any falling. We haven't looked at wide receiver. I don't know.
Well, let's take a look. Cornelius Johnson out of Michigan.
Cornelius.
Jordan Whittington.
How about Littrick Griffin? And Bub Means. This is a Key and Peele skit right now. Jaquan Jackson, Littrick Griffin, Bub Means. Honestly, Joshua Cephas, that was my pick. He is from a real small school. I think it's University of Texas San Antonio. Yeah, he graded out in the 90s, like 3 consecutive years straight, and he was a freaking beast. If you were going to take a late round wide receiver, I would kind of take a stab at him, but that's just me. William Gold saying another offensive line if there is one. And then, yeah, that's right. Caleb Jones, after losing Yash, I think we might.
Yeah, we might need to look at tackle here, right?
Yeah. Cephas is a solid guy, says Doug. He must know what I know. And then a wide receiver in the 7th would make a team in most scenarios. That's true, but you never know. Me and Doug know all about Cephas. That's what's up. I think that we should definitely take either Driscoll or Glover.
Okay, Driscoll or Glover.
They're both small schools. All right, chat, hurry up. Driscoll or Glover at tackle. And then we'll do our last pick and get out of here. Come on, chat. Come on, chat. Run up the like button, fam. Yeah, Zane, that's true. You guys go ahead and hit that like. If you guys are listening on Twitter or watching on Twitter, feel free to click the profile and switch over to the YouTubes, because the YouTube is a better interface. When you're on Twitter and you comment, we can't see it on the platform here. Whereas if you comment on YouTube, we can read your comment off here and it'll be great. Carly Ray says Glover. ES1 King says O-line no matter what. Emilio says Driscoll. So you guys are not helping. Let's just go Glover, since we did a deep dive on him, and I think that he is a freak of nature.
Executive decision by Jacob, and we are drafting Glover.
Plus, I want to do the opposite of what Emilio said. It's just to make him mad.
Yeah. All right, we are here with our 7th round pick. We are on the clock. What do we want to look? Let's look at best available here.
This is our last pick too, correct? Yes, it is. Ooh, the tight end Tanner McLaughlin out of Arizona is an interesting pick, but again, we already kind of figured out that the Packers probably don't want another tight end. Hunting for jackrabbits.
Jordan Whittington on the board for the folks who think we should take a wide receiver.
It's Kingsley Egaquan. Jawar Jordan is an interesting pick at running back if you guys wanted to double up there. Cody Schrader is not bad out of Missouri as well. Willie Drew was actually at one point a lot higher on the consensus board at cornerback for Virginia State. Matt Lee. All right, if you guys want to talk about centers that are underrated, Matt Lee is crazy underrated. I actually did a little dive on him right here. Yeah, center out of Miami. He was number 296 out of PFF's big board. He's 6'4", 295. His PFF grades for the last 3 years was 79, 82.5, and a 75.6. He has a pass blocking grade of 89.1. He's a true center. He's played all the, I think, 3 or 4 years at center, and he was 94th percentile in the broad jump as a center. So just saying, if you wanted to. Yeah, Doug Pointer says Matt Lee's a stud. Interior D-line says Emilio.
We got Miles Murphy from North Carolina is on the board for D-line.
Yeah.
That's about it, though. Otherwise, yeah, it looks like we're going to be going. Who were you just talking about here?
I honestly think that we should do Matt Lee.
Matt Lee, interior O-line, a.k.a. another center.
Yeah. Put Josh Myers on unnoticed. Yeesh.
What does the chat think? Should we go with Matt Lee?
Yeah, I mean,
Miami Hurricanes.
Says that's right. It says, where do you win? In the freaking trenches. Grab more O-line.
That's all I need to hear. We're drafting him. Matt Lee. Bam.
Pointer says Matt Lee is a stud. All right, now look at this. Let's take a peek. So, do you want to list off what we got there, Tim?
Yeah. So with the 25th pick, we took Jackson Powers Johnson out of Oregon. At 41, we took Tyler Nubin, of course. Hello, Nubin, out of Minnesota, safety. At 58, linebacker Peyton Wilson, North Carolina State. At 88, we took interior offensive lineman Christian Haynes out of UConn. 91, the Rasul Douglas pick. We took Jonathan Brooks, running back out of Texas. I think that's a pretty good pick there.
Yeah.
126, DJ James, cornerback out of Auburn. Then we went back to back. 169, we took Elijah Jones, corner out of Boston College, Boston, reuniting with Coach Half. At 202, Jacob, you got to read this one.
Edifon Olofosio.
Yeah, what Jacob said. Linebacker out of Washington. And at 219, we got Brennan Jackson, an edge from Washington State. 245, we took offensive tackle Travis Glover, which I think is they gave us a C+, but I like that pick. And then at 255, we took another interior offensive lineman, a.k.a. a center, Matt Lee, the Miami Hurricane. I like that, Jacob.
All right, so chat, let us know how we did. Check out what Doug said here. Did you have to? Can you save that at all?
I just did.
Oh, perfect. Look at that. Yeah. So Doug Pointer says you have the best center, best safety, best linebacker, and the best running back in the draft. Stupendous draft. I have not heard that word stupendous in a while. Good word. That's a good
Give
word.
ourselves a round of applause for that one.
Carly says she's got to scoot. Have a good day. Have a good day, Carly. Have a
Thanks,
great
Carly,
day.
for stopping in. Thank you, everybody in the chat, for helping with the draft, and of course, for clicking the like button. Look at Emilio hating. Seen better.
Tim did well. Jacob, nah. Nice.
I don't know. This is a pretty good draft.
I honestly really like that draft. What we would do then, because we did that last pick with Matt Lee, and I really do think that he could be a starter year one, is you'd kick JPJ out to guard, which means then obviously Haynes would be in the other guard position. Boom. We just completely revamped that offensive line, and we have quality backups, and we've got guys that can, plug and play. Also on the opposite side of the ball, both of those cornerbacks immediately are going to challenge Stokes and Valentine to be opposite Jair. I think maybe what we could have done is did we do a safety already? We got Newman, didn't we?
Yeah, we took Tyler
so
Newman.
We
So we did get one safety.
Position. We got two good linebackers. Dude, I think that this is a quality. And we ended up with Brennan Jackson, who, again, definitely I think is going to make Jake Shavank. All right, yeah, let's let Shavank give us a critique of this. It's not us, technically, it's the chat, but Haynes sitting year one? No. He's just gonna
come in and win that starting job. That's
Jacob? Where I guess we'll kick Jenkins out to, I don't know what we would do.
Don't you mess with Elton Jenkins. You leave Jenkins right where he is.
Yeah, I guess.
Do we? Yeah. Well, we talked about Josh Myers, right? And we talked about possibly him moving to guard. But with this draft, I don't think we need to do that, right? You just let him go out and compete, like Emilio's saying.
Yeah, competition. Just saying. Also, Prince Capsaicin says good draft without any trading required. That's awesome. Also, because this trading scenarios on here are just booty. But let's see. Randy says this works. Let's see. Bravo says Marjan Karam. I'm actually pretty happy with that, Tim. I got to say, if the draft were to shake out this way and I had to talk about it the next day, I'd be pretty excited to jump on the podcast. I don't know about you.
Yeah, no, I love this draft. I really do. I think we covered a lot of needs. And we also, we took a couple familiar faces, like from some of our previous mocks, but also there's a few that we have not drafted. So this is definitely different, and I like it.
Honestly, the only one that I don't like is the Jonathan Brooks pick at 91.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. I'd like a different style. I don't mind us drafting a running back at all, but I think that a different body style and running style would be a bit more complementary to the two bruisers we already got back there. But, that's just me. I really love the Elijah Jones pick. I think that'd be awesome. Followed by the DJ James one too, because
I'm with you on running back too, as far as like Brooks, but like the other thing I'm thinking is draft position. Are we going to take a running back inside the first 100? I'm almost thinking, we'd be 126 and up with our picks. In theory, going for running back. Not saying running back's not a need, but I think there's other needs that are probably a little bit higher on the priority list.
Yeah, no, I agree. Gould says send it to Goody. All right. And M. Smitty saying that they agree with Emilio, compete and earn your position on the team. Yeah, I mean, like we've said it over and over, that Goody says that his main goal in this offseason was to make every single positional group super competitive. So we'll see. Randy Clever says, I hope Goody is watching. Me too, man. That'd be super dope.
That's right.
Haynes is a fantasy at 88, says Doug, but it's a great mock just the same. Hey, man, we just played what the board gave us. All right.
That's right. Gotta love that mock draft database.
That's right. Dylan on a one-year deal, someone on a rookie deal as a running back is needed, in my opinion. We do have, I mean, I like having a running back. Like I said, I wouldn't mind drafting one. Marjan Kron says USFA needs running back and quarterback, so still free agents. I think that's fair. I just don't see us dipping into any of those markets right now.
Maybe more likely for a corner, but
yeah,
not a running back.
I don't know. Let's see. Emilio says it's an online heavy class. Goot will attack where the class is heavy. Yeah, Emilio knows all about. Never mind. Never mind. He probably will. I mean, like we've talked about in years past, where we have needs, whether it be at a certain position, like the year where he drafted 3 wide receivers, the year where he drafted 3 linemen, or the year where he drafted 3 quarterbacks, which was the Rodgers year. People forget about that. So I wouldn't be surprised, definitely, if he takes a few stabs at that position. I hope he does, actually. So, well,
And
Tim, I think that was semi-successful for our first morning show. What do you think?
yeah, I love it. Appreciate everyone in the chat helping us get through a draft. I think that was a good call. Um, you get more perspective, right, Jacob? It's like we have all our little draft darlings and our boards, and as much as we may poke fun at each other, it's always good to get that perspective from the chat. I've seen a couple calls for looking at a receiver. I personally don't think we need to draft a receiver, but the perspective is definitely appreciated. What do you think, Jacob? Do you think there's a chance they take a receiver?
Yes, I do.
You do.
I really do. I don't know why, but I just feel like Goot is he just loves that position too much, and I think that he wants to, because we forget, who else do we have waiting in the wings? The guy that never even saw the field last year,
Grant DeBose.
Grant DeBose. And so he said, he wants more competition. Obviously, there's going to be a ton of competition at that position group, but did we end up? I think we only ended up carrying 5 going into the season last year. Is that right, or was it 6?
It might have been 6.
'Cause I know that in years past there was once where we did like 7. So like I don't know, man. Maybe
Yeah.
they go light at tight end, and I don't know. I would love to see us. I just want to see us take Luke McCaffrey for some reason. Not even saying that they're going to make the team. I just want more competition in the in the
Right,
early.
and that's the other thing. Think about practice squad and having depth, as you grind through a season. I agree.
I'm not joining it. I'm just watching it pull up into the station, and I'm not running away.
Jake Shabink. Who's the conductor of the wide receiver train? That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Thank you, William Gold. So it was a great chat board. We'll be here all week. Perfect. Yeah, we're gonna try to do this as much as we can. Doug Pointer says, "Thanks for taking the wheel, gentlemen. Fun stuff this AM. Appreciate it, Doug. Hopefully, yeah, we'll get better at it, make it less clunky." So,
Absolutely.
yeah. Do you want anything else, Tim, before we get out of here?
No, just make sure everyone clicks that like button. Bam, right down there.
Word.
Had to get it one time, man, for sure.
That is.
And
Great.
of course, we'll be back tonight with PTA Live, 7 Central. We should have Clayton back at the helm, so it'll be a much better show this evening. But no, this was great, Jacob. I'm glad we did this. Thanks for taking time out of your morning.
Yeah, of course. Also, guys, if you ever want to email the show, it's at PackersTotalAccess@gmail.com. You can find us all on the Twitters. I don't really care to plug my stuff. I'll be honest, I don't even remember what my Twitter handle is.
Green
Don't
Bay
really care
Beard,
about it.
man.
Green Bay Beard 47. That's right. Thanks, Tim. Thanks, man.
Yeah, no
I
problem.
don't know what yours is. Sorry, man.
It's at Packers MKE to GRB. Packers Milwaukee to Green Bay, because that's me. Milwaukee to Green Bay, man. You already know. So,
all right. Well,
we should throw this up real quick too. There's a
yes.
QR code up at the upper right hand that'll take you to everything Packernet. That's where you can check out our podcasts. Ryan Schlip over there and the boys doing a great job. So make sure you check out Packernet podcast. Scan that QR code in the upper right hand corner. Take it right where you need to go.
Can I do the patented Clayton outro?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
For those of you listening on the pod, let's go out there and be the change we want to see in the world, and go Pack Go.